So when I sort of moved on to my faculty position, Ben took over this project and was just really amazing, and brought like a lot of energy and excitement for the project. And so we started off with that basic set of pilot studies that I had done looking at the 10-minute social interaction with MDMA. And we were wondering, where is this happening in the brain? We know that MDMA releases serotonin, but as we mentioned previously, the anterior cingulate cortex is important for social transfer, but also the nucleus accumbens is important for social transfer. And the main source of serotonin in the brain comes from the dorsal raphe. And we know that the dorsal raphe sends serotonin to both the nucleus accumbens and the anterior cingulate cortex. So our next question is, which of these regions might be responsible for this increase in empathy-like behavior that we see with MDMA? And so Ben and some others did some really clever experiments looking at brain activation patterns in both the anterior cingulate cortex and the nucleus accumbens following an injection of MDMA during the social transfer of pain. And essentially what they found was that there was this big increase in activity in the MDMA injected bystanders in the nucleus accumbens specifically. And we didn't see that in the anterior cingulate cortex. So that indicated to us that maybe it was serotonin acting in the nucleus accumbens. And that, in addition to Boris Heitfit's data and Gould-Dolan's data, was pretty convincing that we should look at the nucleus accumbens as a target for this. And so then Ben really fully characterized the MDMA enhancement of social transfer of pain and analgesia. And he decided to microinject, which means like to put directly into the nucleus accumbens, a tiny dose of MDMA to see if it would work. And what that does is it sort of takes out all the other brain regions that might be involved when you give an injection, and it goes throughout the entire brain.
I see. So if you could just give an animal MDMA, it's getting into the bloodstream, going everywhere in the brain, more or less, everywhere that it can go. But in this case, you're going to compare that to putting it in this one brain region, and it's going to be limited just to that spot.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And suffice it to say that that was sufficient to enhance the social transfer of pain and analgesia.
Okay, so this effect where they see the other mouse in pain, they display indications of pain themselves, that replicated when you put MDMA just in the nucleus accumbens.
Yes, exactly. That's precisely right.